Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Chelsea versus Leicester in the FA Cup final of 2021-20 season. Let's go, let's win the first trophy in 2 years and be the first German manager to win this competition in Thomas Tuchel. Come on, Chelsea! 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 Good boys! Here we go. The FA Cup final. I was in tears after watching last season's FA Cup final and us losing out to Arsenal. We just now got to go now and get the win today, boys. We just got to do it. We got to go through. We got to show the passion within the club, the players. Hopefully the players now can go and do their job and go and get the 3 points today. No, not 3 points. Go and get the trophy and bring it back to Stamford Bridge. I got so much love for this club. I got so much love for Chelsea. This is it. Good boys. That's why I think it might be time to bring out the beer today, because it's a special occasion today. So how is everyone?
Significant afternoon here at Wembley Stadium, but now our attention turns to
Chelsea!
What is key over the 90 minutes here, Joe? I think both teams will be very tactically disciplined. I think it may be a tight final. I expect the midfield battle to be key. What I've talked about in Didi and Tielemans against.
Need to play well today, boys.
Who can win that battle?
Good, Chelsea! Good, Chelsea!
Will win the cup.
I think Leicester, Chelsea have to control the transition. When they break and they counter-attack, they've got to control this Leicester team, because that's what they're about, getting the likes of Vardy and Iacho in behind. And I think Chelsea, very similar in the way they're approaching in terms of their transitions are very good. But the key thing for Chelsea today, which Tuchel always addresses after games, he wants his team to be aggressive. He wants his team to be dynamic. And if they are that today and they get the tactics right on this, I think they win this game.
Two aggressive teams, and I echo what Joe said. Games are won and lost in midfield, and this is going to be an important battle in there.
Ben's also with experience. I know that you were looking at how many of the Chelsea players played in the final last year. You think that is important?
I think that goes to something. 6 of the players that started today started last season's FA Cup final. They lost that game. They'll be trying to rectify that.
Put it down in the chat, guys. Who are you guys
I think for both teams, if you want to win
want to win the game? Chelsea or Leicester?
Also as well, Jake, I think it's a big game for Marcus Alonso. I think he's done a good job for Tuchel when he's played. Probably the surprise admission into the side ahead of Chilwell for me. So I think he has to look after that left-hand side and be very strong defensively. If he does that, I think Chelsea got a great chance.
It's going to be an interesting day for Luke Thomas as well. A young lad coming into a cup final. A day like this where he's got his family in the crowd. Does he sink or swim? That's going to be an important one.
Surely he swims. I mean, he's looked impressive, hasn't he?
He's looked fantastic. You see the goals that he scored as well, but up and down, understanding what the manager wants from him, in the way that he wants it from him as well. He's done fantastic.
And here comes the FA Cup, as you can see, it's being...
Come on, boys!
Two club heroes, and there they are representing both the teams who are playing today. You've all played with managers that approach these finals in different ways. What's the right thing for a manager? You
Come on, Chelsea!
You want to get them up commit, but you also want them controlled. That controlled aggression, that real focused concentration. These games are won and lost in small margins, small little details win and lose these games. And the team that controls their emotions best in these days normally win the game.
I think it's an interesting one, cup finals, because you almost want to play it down, you know. But when the manager, when you at that last moment when you speak to your team, you want to.
Two goal! Yeah, they are the Chelsea! Oh, we are the Chelsea! Come on, boys!
What a fantastic day. An emotional day, I think, for all of us who've been covering games in deserted
Chelsea!
stadiums.
Oh, we are the Chelsea! Oh, we are the Chelsea! Talk God, boy, your head! 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 There is Prince Harry. Or William, wherever it is. Don't correct me on that one, get me on that one. Get free! We are famous CFC! Don't give a fuck! Hey, we are famous CFC!
The first German to manage in an FA Cup final.
Two goal!
Career. Big day two for the officials. Michael Oliver, the referee, Stuart Bird, the assistant.
Come on, boys!
As well, fourth official, Stuart Atwell. On VAR, Chris Kavanagh. And
Oh, great! We ain't gonna win the Chris Kavanagh. Great Kavanagh's on commentary on the thing.
Sean Massey Ellis.
I like that. In actual, because he's like Nigerian and stuff, and the Nigerians they bow and stuff.
Leicester City were in the FA Cup final. No team has been to the final more without winning it. 4 times it's happened to them.
Come on, boys! Yes, Dale, that's the spirit. Gracious grace. Come on, boys! I don't want to joke, man. Come on, boys! Set for victorious, happy and glorious, reign over us. God save our Queen. Most of the Chelsea team is in British, so it's like, why most people not English? How's our team not English? Come on, boys. Here we go. I'm going to tell you the Chelsea lineup for the biggest, for us, one of 2 big games of the season against Leicester. Chelsea are going to be starting with Kepa in goal. Then we've got Aspilicueta, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Reece James, Kante, Jorginho. Please don't cost us another game. Alonso, Ziyech, Werner and Mount. On the bench is Mendy, Chilwell, Emerson, Zuma, Gilmore, Havertz, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic and Olivier Giroud. Chelsea today are in their new home kit today, so I'm looking forward to seeing it for the first time in a game. Come on, boys!
Leicester League Cup winner Robbie Savage and Spurs FA Cup winner Glenn Hoddle. Good evening to you both.
Good evening, Ian. First of all, for Chelsea, Same shape as normal.
But also he played for Chelsea, so it makes sense. Got one to play for Chelsea and one to play for Leicester, so it makes sense.
Becoming runners up last year, I think this Chelsea side will have real motivation here.
Come on, boys!
As for Leicester, the 3-4-1-2, I think it's important that Perez drops in to join Tielemans, and indeed he, as Joe Cole was saying before the game, that midfield battle is key. Iheanacho having a tremendous season for Leicester City. Those two in the Acho and Vardy could be key for Leicester.
Here's N'Golo Conte back in the team today. Still fondly remembered by Leicester fans, a key man in that amazing title win they had 5 years ago. And his old teammate, Jamie Vardy, is making history. 14 years ago, he played in the preliminary round for Stockbridge Park Steels. Today, he plays in the final.
Come on, boys!
First player in history to play in every single round of the FA Cup. That really is incredible. Well, fellas, what an atmosphere. Isn't this good to see?
It's wonderful, and it really is. It's absolutely fabulous. I thought it would be great coming back to with some crowd here, but now we're here. It's even better. It feels like a normal game.
Seems so long. And on this showpiece occasion, again before kickoff,
Oh, sorry about that.
will take the knee to send out the message that there is no room for racism.
Good Chelsea!
Leicester City.
Good Chelsea!
Change outfit today for them. Clash of colours, of course. Blue's the colour really for both of them. Leicester in the final for the first time since they had a 19-year-old Peter Shilton in goal and David Nish as their captain. Losing to Manchester
boys!
City in 69. Werner involved straight away here.
Oh, unlucky Werner!
Yeah, just see Werner there making that run straight away. First few minutes just turning that back three of Leicester. Just sleeping a little bit there, Leicester.
Some early work for Tony Rudiger, one of those who was left out in midweek. They've had contrasting midweeks, these two sides. Chelsea beaten at home by Arsenal. Great win for Leicester City away to Manchester United. And of course, these two teams do meet
Come on, boy!
in what looks like a bit of a top four decider on Tuesday night at Stamford Bridge. Perez is on the chase here. No problems for the Chelsea defence there.
Come on, Chelsea!
There's Brendan Rodgers. Won so much in Scotland. Former Chelsea youth manager and reserve team manager as well for 4 years. Ziyech.
Come on!
Again, the speed of Werner.
Come on, Werner!
Before Soyuncu.
Werner! Oh, trying to get it towards Ziyech. Unlucky! Unlucky! Unlucky Chelsea! Unlucky Werner!
Real positive start from Chelsea. Timo Werner, as Glenn's alluded to, plays on the shoulder, good pace. You just wondered if he could have touched it, past Soyuncu. Good start from Chelsea, Glenn.
Yeah, great runs from Werner. He's looking sharp, isn't he? Straight away, he's on his bike. If someone's got his head up in midfield, he's prepared to run in behind. And knows, it doesn't matter if you've got
Come on, boys.
two centre-backs. If you time your run right, you can get in.
Werner, who admits it's been a difficult first season in England for him. Only 6 goals in the Premier League. He got 28 in the Bundesliga last year for Leipzig, but his speed has been quite vital for Chelsea at times.
Well done, Rudiger! Come on, Werner, unlucky!
Fofana is there, so Soyuncu with a rather nervy miss kick, and young Luke Thomas came to the rescue.
What Leicester can't afford to do is, and Ndidi and Tielemans in that midfield area, they can't let players get behind them, because I think it was against, in the semi-final of the Champions League, the amount of times Chelsea got in behind PSG was frightening. 4-on-4 at times. Leicester can't let that happen.
PSG,
Given away. Here's Vardy.
well done, Gabba!
Semi-final from exactly that blade of grass, I think, for Iheanacho.
Yeah, Iheanacho had made a great run across the near post and Vardy didn't pick him out. That was a good opportunity for Leicester.
Come on, boys!
Getting there. nervy moments really. There was a huge cheer when the Leicester team was announced from the Leicester City supporters, and Evans was in it. There were stories even this morning that he wasn't going to make it. He was in crutches up to a few days ago, but I think if there was any chance, he was always going to play, wasn't he?
Yeah, always going to play. No.
Oh, Rudiger, man!
Beat Real Madrid in the semi-final. The amount of times the Chelsea midfield players got in behind that Real Madrid midfield was frightening. Leicester can't allow that to happen today, Glenn, can they?
No, I think that's the problem they've got.
His words.
Ziyech will look to get in those little pockets, but if they come back there and mark them,
We'll got a little treat. There'll be a Pepsi and JD.
Will get ball and space and time.
There'll be a Pepsi and JD.
There it is. There's your example there. He's got time to look up and play, Jorginho.
Here's Mason Mount.
Go on, Mounty boy.
Second FA Cup final.
Go on, Mount.
And of course, a regular here these days with England as well. He'll be back next month in the European Championships by the look of things, barring some sensational selection.
You say that again.
Marcos Alonso preferred to Ben Chilwell in that position. Chilwell not
Go on, Alonso. Go on, RF.
And well cut out by young Fofana.
Come on, Chelsea.
Leicester fans know only too well what he can do.
Ready?
Jorginho. Cross to Thiago Silva.
Come on, boys.
First FA Cup final for him. He won the French Cup just about every year at Paris Saint-Germain.
Come on. Come on, Chelsea. Aspie. Oh, lucky. Come on, boys. Come on, Chelsea.
They seem to be outnumbering Leicester in there. They've got time to play the ball, look up and pass, change the play really quickly. What they've got to do is get blue shirts in the box when the crosses are coming in.
Great shot with, we think, 22,000 fans in here, 6,500. Roughly that from each club, maybe a bit below that. All of whom had to produce evidence of a negative COVID test.
Come on, get your head onto it.
Here comes that
Unlucky.
corner kick.
Unlucky, Reach.
Aspilicueta was in the middle there in his fourth FA Cup final today. The Chelsea captain. Been in the final in 4 of the last 5 seasons.
Well, I think that's what the boys were saying before the game. You know, if you've had that experience, you normalise the game.
Unlucky Mount.
Just
Unlucky Mount.
Once you're out there, it's 90 minutes of football, and you're much calmer. If it's your first time you've been out there, it's a different game. You try your best to play it as if a normal game. But
a lot of this team have played in last season's final. 6 of them played in this final.
Rodgers has come a long way since he used to coach on the Isle of Wight, Whitney, Newbury, and work at John Lewis stores. One of the top managers in the game, but Chelsea have foiled him once or twice before in his career, notably at Liverpool. You might remember on the title run-in a few seasons back.
Good play from
well done, Mount. That shirt looks nice. I'll definitely be getting that shirt next time I go out. I'll be definitely buying that shirt.
Good start, positive start from.
And I'll be getting
Chelsea.
silver on the back. I think I'm playing for Chelsea is Thiago Silva because I just think he's like that rock hard experience that you want in the team. Come on! Someone get your head onto it in blue!
They've often bounced back from any setbacks they have under Tuchel. They've only been 3 with pretty good performances. Leicester would be fully aware of that and have some defending to do here.
That's a ball!
Ziyech to play it in. Alonso was hoping it might
Reece
drop,
James!
didn't quite come out to
Put
Reece
in the
James.
box!
He's
Reece
got
James!
the
Oh,
back post
Aspie!
as well.
Silver!
Thiago
Aspie!
Silva won the header, then
Oh,
Silva
Leicester
should-
going to get it cleared. No!
They can't get out at the
Ziyech!
moment, Leicester.
Unlucky Ziyech! Still going Ziyech! Keep going!
Perez battling away over there.
I thought it was a foul our way.
Ziyech.
I think they're going to have to defend ever so well today. How many chances did Chelsea create against Real Madrid, Glenn, in the 2 semi-finals? Missed opportunities, dominated that Real Madrid side. The only thing was they should have won the 2 legs by more goals, and that gives Leicester hope.
Yeah, they should have done, Rob, didn't they? Their finishing boots weren't on that. If they could have won that at the bridge, particularly 4 or 5-0. But that was a team that had to come out and play against them. There was a lot of space in behind.
Well done, Aspi.
Leicester will give them that sort of space. They'll drop in and be a bit deeper.
Yeah, they had a pretty bad experience, Leicester, of playing quite high. Friday, a couple of weeks ago, didn't they, against Newcastle United? Letting in 4 at home. That was a bit of a shock.
Jamie Vardy made sure he wasn't that ball there, didn't he?
Only 1 goal in his last 16 appearances for Jamie Vardy. It's been Ian.
So how is everyone?
Goals, but Vardy's set up a few, and he's still a vital figure, even at the age of 34 for Leicester.
It's interesting for Chelsea. Reece James is playing right side centre back of 3 at the moment, and Azpilicueta's the wing back pushing on. There must be a reason that Tuchel's done that. He must be thinking about Vardy's runs maybe out in that left channel. He did it in the semi-final really well.
Come on! Keep it compact! Come on!
There's no James Maddison in the starting lineup today.
Reece James up against Vardy!
That is a bit unusual.
Well done, Reece! Come on! One of our own! One of our own! Yep, because he is one of our own, because he's come through our academy. Look at that! Reece James! Vardy! Get out of the way! Get out of the way, Vardy! You're not getting that ball!
He's well capable of playing that position. I really think so. But it's slightly concerning me, because Azpilicueta obviously is a good, solid, experienced defender. And you'd have thought you'd have put the young kid in the wing-back position, but there must be a real reason that he's looked at that, Tuchel.
Here's Mount trying to do something for Chelsea.
Oh, look him out! Just keep doing it! Affect you, come on!
The City, as he has been for a few seasons now.
Just keep pressurising, boys!
To Fofana.
Keep pressurising!
French Cup final last year for Saint-Etienne. Inside by Castagna.
Well done, Jorginho. If Jorginho has a good game this game, I will forgive him over that mistake, because if he...
Leicester City won that by 2-0. It's Frank Lampard's last game in charge, last Premier League game anyway.
Oh, Ziyech, unlucky.
Worth saying though, that it was Frank Lampard who got them through the first 2 rounds of the competition. He did get them to the final last year, and he did get them into the Champions League as well. Fofana goes long. It was a bit of a slice in truth. Castagna, no chance of picking that up. Here's Mason Mount. Foul by Soyuncu, says the referee, who was only about 3 yards away. Second FA Cup final, by the way, for Michael Oliver. He was in charge when Chelsea won in 2018.
Aye, so that gives us a bit of a good omen. That gives us a good omen. If you referee the last time we won the FA Cup, then it's an omen. An omen on your shoulders.
He's doing cup finals and things like that. You want the best out there.
Well done, ref. Well done. Well done. Come on, Jones.
Oliver tries to take a tolerant view of that. You do wonder if that was the Premier League, whether he might go in the book for this one.
Oh.
Possibly.
But unfortunately, this ain't the Premier League. It's an FA Cup final, so it's a different game altogether. It's a different type of game altogether.
He's just had a little bit of pain in his Achilles recently. There was a...
Like I say, we got to push for this. We got to push on and do what we can.
But here's another one, really. If it's the FA Cup final, you're going to be out there, aren't you?
It doesn't look like it's impeding him. I've been watching him. The energy and the pace that he's closing people down at the moment is definitely not being impeded.
Chelsea with 6 of the players who played in the final last year. One of them on the ball here, Jorginho.
Come on, boys.
Alonso. Ziyech. Nice piece of play that.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit too long for Azpilicueta to do anything with it.
Yeah, I think that you see Aspilicueta there as a wing back coming in round the back post.
I don't think Aspilicueta is a wing back. I would think the wing back would be more of the Reece James, but I think he's gone Reece James at a little bit further back just because of Vardy's pace, and I can understand that.
Does it well from right to left, and
I can completely understand that why Aspilicueta is not marking Vardy and Reece James is marking Vardy, because Reece James is a lot quicker and can match Vardy's pace, so it makes a bit more sense.
3-2. So obviously, you know, matching.
So it makes a bit more logical sense in that regard. But apart from that, like everything I always say, we can play well and we'll play well each game. Just gotta show what we can do. It's something I always will say, guys. Chelsea have got to go for it. We've got to show the passion. We've got to show the heart. We've got to show the resilience within the side.
In the early rounds because of COVID outbreaks.
Rudiger!
Long way out. He was a bit off balance as well. It looked on the optimistic side.
It looks optimistic. It was very optimistic. Well, I don't know why he goes for it, but I can understand why, because it is a big game. You want to try and get your efforts in. You want to try and get shots in and everything else.
The man with the mask was out of favour, wasn't he? A lot of the time under Frank.
Well, let's just keep going. Guys. Are you guys enjoying the stream? Let me know in the chat.
And the massively experienced Thiago Silva, what a presence he's been around the club. Did a lot of cheerleading during that long period when he was injured, didn't he? Very vociferous and could be heard all around the empty stadiums doing it.
Except Thiago Silva. It should be manager Silva. Manager Thiago Silva. I'm as manager, that'd be hilarious.
Iheanacho.
I could see Thiago Silva being the manager one day. I could see it.
Cut back in.
Block it, well done.
Attempt on goal.
A goal for attempt for Leicester.
That's a great option for Leicester City. No, Alonso.
Just having my dinner, folks. So if you do hear me eating, sorry about that. I have to eat while this is warm.
Just watch, he stops, pulls out. Good defending, wasn't it?
It was lovely movement, Rob, wasn't it, from Vardy? He just knew that James was going to have to go in and defend that 6-yard box. It was a little bit unfortunate, it got blocked.
First real threat from Leicester.
Go on, Mount.
And Evans, who surprisingly, given that he's had a bit of a stellar career, has never played in the FA Cup final before. Manchester United never got there when he was around. Another reason why he was pretty determined to make this one.
There you go. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it from you folks.
For Chelsea as well. Mount's playing much higher. He's much closer to Werner, almost like a second striker. Normally they have the two players in the pocket. But he's actually.
We're doing all right. We're playing all right. We're playing with a bit of heart
really tight by,
and a bit of soul.
Looked like a foul by Evans.
Foul by Johnny Evans on Timo Werner. Free kick to Chelsea.
But you don't mind that from Leicester's point of view, though, Glenn. You know, Timo Werner coming towards the ball.
No, early in the game he spun twice and got in, but
do that because of the size of the space we have. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's a good FA Cup final, I think, so far.
Amazing to see the fans back in, isn't it?
Amazing, and it does feel strange, doesn't it?
It feels weird. It feels weird. It always feels weird.
Most welcome of ways. Rudiger out to Marcos Alonso.
Come on, Chelsea!
Ziyech might be a key figure. He got the winner in the semi-final against Manchester City. Scored in the round before that.
Ah, unlucky! If we can keep out Vardy and keep out Iheanacho, I think we got... Oh, that's late. That's late on Ndidi on Jorginho, but the referee's played on.
The ball very quickly today.
I like this, that we're like doing all this one touch football. I love this. I love this, boys. I love this. Warren Rudiger.
Evans can cut that one out.
It looked like... Go on, Rudiger! Have that in your pipe and smoke it! Have that here, Nacho! Even though I do like you as a player, I actually do like him as a player, so I give him respect. But he got the ball.
I think he's won the ball there, Rudiger.
Rudiger won the ball, fair enough, fair enough. But, if you guys like the stream... Oh!
The defending good enough. 19-year-old Luke Thomas, who used to be a Leicester City ball boy.
So guys, let me know in the chat, put some question there, because I'm going to be a bit nervous. Just put some question there just to help with my nerves, please. I'll be happy to answer any questions. No! Nah, ref! That is never on ball. It was like 2 inches away from him. How was he expected to move his arms out of the way?
Just see it there, just gets a touch on it. Iheanacho just touches it there. It's not a lot at that speed that Silva can do, but you can understand why referee's assistants give it.
I'll tell you what, it was a good job Thiago Silva's arm was there from that perspective, because Iheanacho would have been in.
I think he had the pace to outdo Silva, and Silva had jumped. His feet were off the floor as well, so he would have took a couple of split seconds to get going again.
So here's a good moment for the Foxes of Leicester City. The left foot of Thomas, or the right of Yuri Tielemans.
Free kick to Leicester City. Nearly about 20 minutes gone, 0-0 in the FA Cup final. Header over by Sayuncu.
He's rather kicking himself. He couldn't keep that down. He got his first goal of the season, the winner at Manchester United in midweek.
Yeah, it was a wonderful header in midweek from the corner. A free kick there. It's a free header for Sayuncu. Just couldn't keep it down.
Alonso was marking him, so if we keep going the way we are, I think we can get a good result today.
Maybe Johnny Evans put him off just in front of him.
You just see the advantage there of having 2 on the ball, because they thought Thomas was going to take it, and Chelsea's defence went back far too early before the ball had played in.
Oh, he's kept it in play. Hey! Did that meant to happen? I don't think it was. I don't think it was meant to happen that way. Go on! Mount! Oh! Chase after his edge! Don't foul!
To get it away for Leicester City. As the rain begins to slick up
well done,
the
Rudiger.
even more, and Wembley, a wonderful surface, it should be said.
Yeah, that is heavy rain coming down, and that technically now you've got to play a different type of game. You've got to weight your pass differently now.
If you guys like the stream with the thumbs up button, get the like, subscribe with the bell notification, I will highly appreciate that, folks.
You were admiring the surface earlier on when you were on it, Glenn.
Oh, it was. Well, they're all fantastic, but this was so special. It was like a snooker table. It really was.
Go on, Villa, just chase after it, just chase after it, just chase after it. Don't stop, don't stop.
For the players, you'd love to play on that, wouldn't you?
Oh dear. I've seen Wembley good, but it seemed as good as ever. As good as ever.
Well, blocked by Mount. Chelsea's still on the ball, but the ball's like the rain's coming down.
City beginning to find their feet in the game after a maybe difficult.
Chelsea already being played out to train. Wow.
Wilfred Ndidi.
Oh, they're doing that already.
Pouring with rain. Werner turns. You can see the ball just slowing a little in the surface as well.
I just feel sorry for the fans that don't get to move in their seats. You're going to be absolutely drenched after this. Go on, Alonso! Oh, you just shoot, man! Just have a shot on goal. Just have a crack. If you know you're going to be the player, just have a shot. Just don't be afraid to have a hit. Just don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid to hit the ball.
Yeah, otherwise, with this season of so many penalties, there could have been another. Mount again, great run from here.
Oh!
And drags it just wide.
Mason Mount, I'll lock him out.
Drops somebody on the way because the referee's given the corner.
Sayuncu's done that on a couple of occasions, Glenn. He's tried to nick the ball in front. Watch. Poor defending. Mount direct. Drives towards the goal. Pulls his shot wide. It didn't take a touch off for fine. I'm not sure it did on that angle. Referee's given the corner.
Corner to Chelsea. Come on, boys.
To Mason Mount.
Come on, boys.
Forward, get up against him, and I think you can turn him inside out and cause him a
Corner to
problem.
Chelsea.
It's going to be a real battle, this is, between those two.
Storm overhead and Chelsea trying to whip up one.
The rain's coming down, then. Come on, someone in blue, get your head onto it. Ah, straight to the hands of Schmeichel.
Kasper Schmeichel is trying to do what Gordon Banks and Peter Shilton couldn't do, win the FA Cup as a Leicester City goalkeeper.
Come on, boys.
Leicester got to the final 3 times in the 1960s. They run into Spurs' double-winning team in 1961. They were favourites against Manchester United, who'd struggled that year, lost that in 63, and then came up against Summerby, Bell and Lee of Manchester City in 69. Not to mention Neil Young, who got the winner.
Yeah, I do remember that one, Ian, as a kid watching that game.
You saw them all, didn't you? Played and then played in some. And scored. Evans to play it wide to the Turkish international Soyuncu, will be in action at the European Championships in the opening game, in fact, of the tournament against Italy in Rome, all being well.
Come on, Chelsea. We just need to keep going.
That's not far away.
We just need to keep.
Stops, really.
We just need to keep pressurising and do what we can.
Inside by Fofana, who's been a wonderful signing, even at £30 million. Plays just about every game when fit. Here's Jose Perez, the former Newcastle player. That's a good ball. Tielemans here, invited to shoot almost. Thiago Silva got a block in. Here's Iheanacho.
So,
Iheanacho is the top scoring player in the FA Cup over the last 6 seasons.
oh, that's a foul. Straight away, that's a foul. Well done, Werner. As a striker always does, get yourself in there, gets the foul. That's what all strikers should do.
They just read where Werner was going to go.
Hello, Jamal Abba. Well done. Well, Jamal. Oh, Jamil. Jamil Abba. Welcome.
Still waiting for the breakthrough moment here.
Ah, come on, Chelsea.
Evans winning it again.
We've dominated this
Brendan
game.
Rodgers described him as the
Reece James. Reece James just went in our full hard-blooded. He took no prisoners there. He took no prisoners. Quoting a Megadeth song, take no prisoners. Yeah, but always will quote that song if it's a good challenge. I'll quote.
Perez. I see James Maddison later on trying to add his particular brand of creativity.
Come on,
to
boys.
this work.
If you guys want to ask me any questions, put something down in the chat. Because I am very nervous right now, folks. And also, I haven't done this for a while, but I also have a Discord. If you guys want to join my Discord server.
Has read that all right. Picked up by N'Golo Conte, a clever piece of work. Werner, there's a threat here. He's got Mount up there with him.
Oh, Werner!
Blasts it well over the bar.
See, that's what can't happen for Leicester City.
There, that's the link to my Discord server if you guys want to join. And it means sometimes during live watch-alongs you'll be able to chat with me while I am streaming live. You guys can come on and have your say if you guys want to have your say on any games that I'm doing, rugby or football or anything like that. Well, when I do a preview, come and have your say. Alonso, Ziyech, Werner, Timo, Werner, Ziyech.
It's not going to be a problem really for Leicester.
Oh, it's now gone to Mount. But is Mount going to go out? Mount's only going out for a throw into Chelsea. Throw into Chelsea.
Again, one of those Leicester midfield players, probably indeed he has to sit. Too much space for Timo Werner in those pockets.
Conte this time.
Corner to Chelsea. Come on, boys!
Remind you that the Premier League goes on. Usually the FA Cup's the last game of the domestic season, not this year. So Everton, Sheffield United tomorrow at 6:30. We have for you Brighton against the champions Manchester City on Tuesday at 6:30, and Crystal Palace against Arsenal, who are still hoping for European football. Bit of a late revival for them.
So if you guys want to chat to me live on stream, you can, but you have to be on Discord to do so. Corner to Chelsea to be taken by ZH. ZH! Ah!
Johnny Evans there again.
Mount! Mount! Further! Silva! Oh!
Just couldn't apply the finish.
How have we not scored that? How?
Chelsea had to score. Werner got a
Oh!
not enough to direct it goalwards.
There's a great little 1-2 here, and Mount gets into the byline.
How are we not?
Beautifully.
We're dominating this game, but we just can't get the onion. Just gotta hit the onion bag. Ah!
Does he get a touch there, or is it? Oh, it's half and half. It goes for a goal kick in
Ah! I thought I was going in, man. Just a little touch, that would have been in. Just a better touch, that would have been in.
Very nearly for the Chelsea skipper, wasn't it? Who did score the first goal of the Thomas Tuchel era, rather improbably, against Burnley.
Oh boy. The stress.
18 clean sheets in 26 matches under Thomas Tuchel.
Credit when credit's due in that frame. But come on, boys.
Fofana with a good run.
Well done, ZH. At the moment, we're actually playing really alright. I actually like this performance. Performance going well.
Early on spotted that Reece James's position is that right-sided centre half of the three, because Jamie.
We're doing really well and we're playing with good intensity. I do see a goal coming from us, but it just depends on when and how it happens.
Yeah, and also I think Thomas as well. Thomas loves to get himself forward ahead of the ball.
And I always will say that if we can play the way we are at the moment, I think we can go and get a good result today.
As I said, on attacking front, Chelsea.
We're playing well. We're playing well. We're showing good intensity. We're pressing the ball. We're pressing Leicester. Leicester have had literally one attempt at our goal, and it was a hard-hearted attempt.
Heel injury. I certainly wouldn't want him to have to go off.
I remember watching Johnny Evans at Man United, who I didn't rate that often, but at Leicester. At Leicester, he's actually played a lot more better, I think, because he's in a team that suits him.
You do need to be fully fit to be in charge with him, and he just made a sign there, I think, to the bench that not happy.
Johnny Evans races run. Johnny Evans races run. Johnny Evans is gone. That's him gone. He's done. Johnny Evans is done. It's gone. Johnny Evans is gone. Done. Done. Johnny Evans is done. His game is over. Done.
A big difficulty. Marco Brighton could come on and Castagna go into the back three, but
this could be Johnny Evans' races run in the FA Cup final. He tried to get himself fit for the game.
To get him into this final, and
he's never played in the final before, even with
Leicester City and their supporters.
So we're playing alright. I'm proud of the players because we're playing actually all very decent. It's just, however, in the last attack did we not score? All the player had to do was get a header on the brimming ball. Tomorrow, you guys are getting a special live watch-along tomorrow for Chelsea Women's versus Barcelona Women's in the Women's Champions League. Let's get the first trophy done today, and then let's get the second tomorrow and make it a double whammy. Hello!
Johnny Evans going off, that's a huge blow. If it is to be all Brighton, you suggest that Castagna will go to the centre.
Hello, Coopstar 33. How are you? Are you a Chelsea fan? Are you a Leicester fan? Let me know in the chat. Guys, if you're a Leicester or a Chelsea fan, Evans is coming off for Leicester. And Brighton is coming on in his place.
It's a big moment in the game, isn't it, Glenn? This, you feel?
Yeah, I mean, we all said, all of us before, Evans was so important to that back three, and for him to come off, you know, after 30 so minutes, it's just that.
So
adjustment.
guys,
They have played
if
it
you're a
before,
fan of
but
either
they
club,
haven't,
let me know in the
took
chat
standing
which
back
team
there in
you
that position
support.
the first time.
Chelsea
So, you know, they'll
or
keep the
Leicester
same
City.
shape.
And also, if you guys want to join my Discord server, the link is up top. Your pin message up top is the link to my Discord, so you guys can come and join the Discord server and also chat to me during the live streams. If you guys want to come on the live streams, you guys can chat to me during the live streams, and also come in and have your say on the game as well while watching it.
If they win at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday night, they know that. Other business to attend to first here, though. Alonso for Chelsea. Mount.
Come on! Oh!
I think this highlights.
So you're a Leicester fan then? So you're a Leicester fan, Coopstar 33. So good luck, you're going to need it today. Because Leicester have hardly done anything in this game. And Chelsea have been all over you. So basically, get ready. We've had all the chances. We should be 1-0 up in this game. Leicester have had one chance, and that is it.
He saw an FA Cup final when he was 9 years old, following Portsmouth, his hometown club, when they won the cup against Cardiff in 2008.
Oh, so Matt will be a Portsmouth fan at heart. Way! And I live in Portsmouth, so that's good.
Reorganised Leicester City defence. How well were they coped?
Come on, Chelsea, just keep the pressure going, boys. Oi! Oi! That's a double foul. Double foul, ref. Double foul. Castagna with the yellow card for Leicester City. Yellow card, Castagna.
I think it's a correct decision.
Castagna, yellow card.
And the referee, Fofana was late. Michael Oliver spot on toward.
I think Castagna with a foul as well. But I think also there was a foul on Fofana, also had a foul as well.
Trying to nick the ball in front of the Chelsea forward players.
Yes, they have.
Castagna with the first foul, and then it was Fofana with is also booked for the second foul.
And that's why those little pockets are opening up. But you're right, they're going in for 50-50s.
Alonso, one of those players who's won and lost in FA Cup finals.
Guys, I just got to do something quickly. I've got to suck up a beastie.
In the cup final in the recent history, and Leicester playing Arsenal in it.
And you get what I mean. We have a spider around these pots, so we're going to suck it right back up. I'm D, come on, Chelsea!
Going back to Sancho, can you get the ball out of Thomas? He looked getting forward, seeing that all attacking. And he's got to after the play, give him the ball, chance now.
Perez, Vardy waiting in the middle, Ian Acho's there as well. Scant service for those two so far, but they might only need an instant, either of those two.
There we go.
To play this one in.
Got rid of
Now,
buggers.
4 seasons in one day, I think, today.
4 seasons in one day. Never thought I ever see that before in life.
Here's Albrighton, good crosser of the ball. One of the survivors of that 5,000 to 1 Leicester City title
So,
win.
how is everyone? Sorry about that. If you get any bugs or anything in here, you always have to get rid of them. Apologies for that.
Brilliant, isn't it? You hear the crowd cheering tackles. We used to take that for granted, didn't we? But to hear the atmosphere, to hear, cheers, boos, decisions good against your team.
So, Chelsea, come on, Chelsea!
Different decisions on the ball as well at times. They go forward a little bit more than they have been with no crowd. They can take their time. No one's going to give them stick. But no, it's great to hear the crowd, isn't it?
Come on, Chelsea!
We've been hearing a lot of screeching from injured players as well, haven't we? We won't hear that anymore.
Go on, Reece!
Reece James is there.
So if anyone's in the chat want to ask any questions, put anything in the chat and I will be happy to answer any of your questions you want to put forward towards me.
Just a bit clumsy, no more.
Oh, ZH, come on, don't foul, man.
Leicester City's first big final since you were playing, Robbie. League Cup final 2000 against Tranmere.
Yeah, great memories, losing the year before to Spurs. Last minute winner from Nielsen. You know, great times at Leicester City.
It was the Martin O'Neill era, wasn't it?
Come on.
Leicester also playing for the memory of their former owner, Kunvi Chai, who was among 5 people killed in that terrible helicopter crash outside the ground 2.5 years ago. Brendan Rodgers with nice words about it. His spirit is with us.
Well done, Alonso! Go on! ZH! Hack him! Hack him! Further! Further again! Why are you not passing to Mount? Why are you not passing to Mount?
Well, listen to the crowd react to that. We haven't heard that in 14 months.
He's just waiting for a challenge, ref.
Yeah, brave from Thomas. Timo Werner, late challenge, tries to pull out of it. I think, no, just watch this now. Just tries to pull out, knee catches Thomas. Definitely yellow card. And there's the block from Fofana.
Oh, it was wonderful defending, wasn't it? Twice. 2 blocks there, but we're talking about the crowd and the players, but the crowd and the referee as well. You know, the Leicester supporters behind that goal were right. They want a booking, they want to equal it up. They've just seen their own Leicester player get booked in Fofana. Now they want to even it up, so it's different again for the referee.
Timo Werner, just to confirm, is the first yellow card for Chelsea on the day, to go with Wesley.
Come on, Chelsea!
For Leicester City. Leicester have never beaten Chelsea in 7 FA Cup ties. But that's history, this is now.
I just think Leicester have to be careful. At times, you know, when the midfield bypassed and Didi and Tielemans, it's 3v3. You know, Timo Werner dropping off, turning, and then it's difficult for Leicester. But so far they've defended well, but I think they will get opportunities in the second half, Chelsea.
Come on, Chelsea!
To Ian Archer and then Ndidi.
Just don't foul in stupid places, boys.
In this Leicester side, and Ndidi and Ian Archer.
I'm happy with that because at least it's in their own half for the field. So.
I think Reece James has done very well, Glenn. I think you talked about
Coping with Hardy, you have to be good to go with Hardy, man.
Very confident, reads the game well, got good pace.
What I've been impressed with so far, still a long way to go, is his decision making. When to pull it down on his chest, when to clear it, when to, you know, when he can come forward on the ball. But Leicester, it's interesting you're saying that, Robin. You're absolutely spot on. 3v3 is a risky business if you leave yourself at 3-3. So
come on, boys. Let's not leave ourselves open. Well done, Rudiger.
Get it away. As Leicester City try to ask 1 or 2 questions with Perez.
That's a good challenge, man.
There will be a free kick for this.
A good touch from Perez. There's a foul from Jorginho. I think it's okay again, Glenn, going 3v3 as long as one of the midfield players, especially.
We just need to start playing. That's all that Chelsea need to do is we need to stop making stupid fouls in stupid areas. That's the only thing we're doing.
And that's the worry.
We don't want to give Leicester like the balls they're going into the box and give them actual chances. We don't want that.
Left it, curled in there, and Soyuncu again there, getting there with a header which he couldn't quite direct on target. Not an easy chance by any stretch.
Yeah, good ball in.
But we need to stop giving them. They've had 2 chances which have been for free kicks. We just need to stop that. We just need to stop that and stop making fouls and giving them free kicks in good areas.
From Thomas, good run. There's 2 headers Soyuncu's had. Both not on target. Good from Leicester though.
Soyuncu started in the amateur leagues in Turkey. It took a long time to break into the Leicester team after he arrived as well. But exceptional last season, few injuries this time around, but They'd always want him in the team if he's ready.
Come on, Chelsea.
No save from either goalkeeper though, no attempts on target.
I think we're cancelling each other out. That's what I think.
Leicester City might be the happier of the two. It was a fast start by Chelsea, got no reward. Can Leicester just find a real foothold in the game and get a chance engineered for either Vardy or Iheanacho? Mistake.
Werner! 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 Werner!
Chance for Timo.
Oh!
Off target. It's kind of gone like that for him in this first season in England.
Yeah, Leicester can't afford.
Why is he a greedy game when you can just pass it to say Ziyech, who's right there? Who could actually have a better attempt on goal?
Gets a sort of a semi-block there, just gets a clip, but Werner should have done better. He's got to hit the target from there.
Oh, it's a corner! Come on, corner!
So it's a corner kick.
Corner!
This is what a talent.
Looks like Werner's not running well.
He's the one that, out of all that talent.
Keep it from Giroud on. Giroud, the big man for the big occasion.
And that versatility might be borne in mind by Gareth Southgate when he comes to chalk down the
Reece James for the corner for Chelsea. Gone out.
Did go out of play in the end. As Thomas Tuchel, so far 17 wins, 6 draws, 3 defeats since he took over, and Brendan Rodgers, who won all those trophies up in Scotland with Celtic, is definitely really a big part, isn't he, of the Leicester City project. And it was a big decision he took recently, leaving those 3 players out against West Ham in a big game after they'd broken the COVID rules by going to a party. Maddison was one of those. Perez was out there, another one, and Chowdhury is on the bench, the third. Two minutes of added time at the end of the half.
But Chelsea, don't let your guard down.
Measure towards Vardy, who got something on it, but not the angle on the header he was looking for.
That was a lovely ball, wasn't it, from Tielemans? I think that's what Leicester need today. They need to get Tielemans on the ball. He's having a good game here. Looks up, Vardy's on his bike. Look, off the shoulder. It's a beautifully weighted pass. Reece James does ever so well to get round on the cover. Watch. Just gives him a little nudge there.
I love Reece James. Reece James is our defence has been really stern. It's just when it comes to free kicks, just Thiago Silva's been a little bit outstretched by Sayuncu.
Cup goal was against Chelsea in a quarter-final back in 2018. Hasn't been used much in the FA Cup. Sayuncu to get it away. And James to Azpilicueta. Just thinking, looking at Luke Thomas, what a day for him and his family, to him to be starting the FA Cup final at the age of 19. Doesn't get a lot better.
You ever think that? You'd be age 19, you'd be starting an FA Cup final?
Yeah, which hasn't been the case more recently, of course. Here's Chelsea trying to build again. Conte.
Can we get something like late in the half?
For his team, high up the pitch too.
Come on, boys!
Performances from him, I thought, in the 2 games against Real Madrid.
Corner right at the end of the half.
It's a very determined Leicester City. They know what this means in their club history.
Yeah, they go the zonal marking, don't they? Couple of blockers.
You just get the feeling that Brendan Rodgers at half-time as they cut out the mistakes. You just sense
Come on, boys!
A few mistakes in that defensive third.
Ziyech to take it. They tried to direct the header goalwards. It was Azpilicueta.
Half-time, folks.
It was the last action of the first half. Both goalkeepers were kept pretty well covered up. The atmosphere really was the star. To have the crowds back, to have this feeling again, has been wonderful. Timo Werner did have a couple of opportunities for Chelsea, but not got his shooting boots on so far. Sayuncu with a couple of headers for Leicester City, who lost Johnny Evans halfway through that first half. But
so it's half time in the FA Cup final. Chelsea 0, Leicester 0. So, got to pretty much go for it in the second half. I think we will go. I think we're going to go for it. I just think we just need to take, surprisingly, taking Werner off for me. Just because when he's doing stuff, he's been a little bit greedy. And a little bit, when his players are in much better open spaces, he's not doing that. He's not passing it. So I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. See you guys in about 5 minutes. Ugh. Back, guys. How is everyone? Chelsea 0, Leicester City 0 in the FA Cup final. but Leicester are defending very well. But Leicester are also defending well.
It's the month of finals in May, the FA Cup final today, and then a week on Wednesday you can see Villarreal against Manchester United. That one's in the Europa League final on BT Sport 1 and BT Sport Ultimate. We've also got the Champions League final for you as well. Just 3 days later, Chelsea once again in action, this time up against Manchester City. Looking forward to that one, Saturday the 29th of May. We've got Joe, Emil and Rio with us for this one. Cagey old game of football, lads, isn't it?
Yeah, perfectly put, cagey affair. Two teams who look not nervous, but almost startled that there are fans in here. Maybe had an effect on things. Lacking any real cutting edge. 0 shots on target between both teams, so we're hoping for a better second half, 100%.
Absolutely. Well, look, Rio says no shots on target. What have you made of Leicester going forward?
Well, they've been trying to isolate these little areas, and Alonso there against Castagna, and Castagna actually gets in there and creates a lovely chance. But these are the areas that they're trying to actually isolate and trying to really exploit. You look at Rudiger here, he wants to get in front, but he really, Ian really pulling him on.
How is everyone?
Runs in behind, spins in behind him, gets it over the back. And then Silva's helped him out a lot in this game, to be honest. He's come across, got a half chance from the free kick after, and then another one here with Jamie Vardy, and this is where Jamie Vardy comes into play. Ian actually does great holding the ball up here, and this ball from Tielemans is exquisite, and he just couldn't get enough on it.
You can see that they've worked on it. Their game plan is to make 2 or 3 passes, and the minute that their centre-backs get comfortable, suck them in and run behind, and they're feeding the ball that much in behind. But Chelsea, I think, have to tighten up in them areas, definitely.
What do you make of Chelsea going forward?
A little bit disjointed. You know, got in some good areas again. You know, on this occasion, they just seem to snatch their shot at the last minute, whether it be Ziyech, that's not bad. But Tino Werner was in a couple of areas. They've looked okay, but look, Rio's right, it's just cagey, nervousness. Whether it's the crowds back in is affecting the players a little bit more. Here, Tino Werner, again, he's just, Fofana does very well actually, but if that's a Giroud, he's getting up there and he's hitting the target. Again, it was just too bitty, but I thought Chelsea did this very well. They sort of, they hustled and they bustled. This is what I'm talking about. Now find composure to find the right pass or hit the target, and it was just rushed. And it just always looked like
Timo Werner just rushes it too much.
Yeah, I think Mason Mount started the game. He was a spark at the beginning, but then it became, like Joe said, a bit bitty here and there. I think both managers will be in there. So listen, clean up, cut the mistakes out, and we want to see a clinical edge at the top end of the pitch.
Yeah, I think both teams look nervous. I think both managers got to go in and just look at, come on, just remind the guys how good players they are and get on the ball. There's so many
We just got to play well, that's all Chelsea can do.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? It's also the first time that we've had a decent amount of fans inside a football stadium for the best part of the year, and as you would expect, they've been living and breathing every single moment, so I wonder whether that's had an impact on proceedings and the way the players have played out there, because absolutely everybody's going to back up and this player's
So hopefully everyone's enjoying the stream. Right, if you guys don't know, during this live watch along, if you are on my Discord server, you can come on to that Discord server and chat to me live on stream. And everything else, chat anything Chelsea related, anything like that. come on the stream, have a nice good chin wag, and also have a good old time. This is Chelsea versus Leicester. It's a big occasion. So hopefully everyone is enjoying tonight's or today's game. We're just gonna be at it from the first minute to last. You can't just like give up. So, hopefully Chelsea can get a goal in the second half. So I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I'm in a really good mood, looking forward to the game. So, out come the Leicester City players and Chelsea.
If it does stay the same after 10 minutes, I think Brendan will be looking at him.
He's a big game player, isn't he? You know, someone that can actually get on the ball, get in them little pockets and play some delicious passes through.
I think the substitutes today have a huge impact. I think you look at the Chelsea bench, you look at, there's goals in there, there's Giroud, there's Havertz, there's Pulisic. They've got experience and they've got goals. I think that could be a telling factor today.
All right, gents, thank you. So, no changes for either side so far. Let's hope the game changes a bit, though. We want a bit more excitement in this second half. So let me hand you back to Glenn Hoddle, Robbie Savage. But first,
Here we go, come on, Chelsea!
Thanks a lot, Jake. All ready to go for the second half. Wasn't it great early to see nominees from Chelsea and Leicester bringing the FA Cup onto the pitch through the tunnel? people have been heroes really in the pandemic. Chelsea put up.
Come on, Chelsea.
Who does so much work with walking football in Surrey, and for Leicester it was Adam Martin as a real stalwart for club and community in that area. A thrill for both of those guys to be bringing the FA Cup onto the pitch. Here's Soyuncu, much involved in the first half. Remember, Johnny Evans had to go off after 32 minutes with problems with that heel injury.
Come on,
They
Chelsea!
had to take a gamble, I think, Leicester, but in the end, you'd have to say it didn't work for them.
We just now got to keep pushing on like we did in the first half and go for it in the second. So let's get this going, boys.
Rudiger, Marcus Alonso. The guys were mentioning at half-time that they do have several options, of course.
So let's go. Let's get the 3 points. Let's get the win today and win another FA Cup. This will be Leicester's first.
Experienced Mark Albrighton.
Well done, Silva.
Good crosser of the ball. Maybe one of those could do the trick for Leicester.
Well done, Alonso.
It's crowded out. I'm just thinking, some of those fans, they must have forgotten what it was like to go to a match.
Same.
They found out when that rain came down in the first half.
It's good line, Glenn. Alonso trying to hook
Good
it
below English football. It never gets old when it rains.
Haven't changed. I thought they might have. Chelsea might have thought about putting Reece James back at wing back and Azpilicueta as the centre back, but
No,
not so far.
I wouldn't put Azpilicueta at centre back just because of Vardy's pace. Vardy will outpace
so good for that.
Azpilicueta by a mile.
After Johnny Evans' departure from proceedings. Brendan Rodgers, who wasn't even born himself last time Leicester City were in an FA Cup.
Go on!
Now then Werner. Goal side for a moment. He's looking for support, plenty of it's arriving. Mount.
Oh, unlock him out!
Sure
Unlock him out!
Yeah, recovering from his initial mistake, didn't he, Fofana? Good recovery run. Again, though, it was 4v4 for us.
Unlucky, mate. Unlock him out. Unlucky.
But the recovery runs.
It could have been worse. Could have been worse.
Sees the run. Good defending.
Well, he's not frightened to think outside the box. He's made that clear. He's been giving interviews to the journalists.
We just need to really be interested and see how we can play.
Before games sometimes, and joking that he floats around in the room.
Come on, Chelsea.
Only 4 months into the job and in an FA Cup final, and with the Champions League final to come 2 weeks from today. Can't be bad.
It can't be bad. It's a happy day to be alive, but
payoff from this run that they've had.
Oh, we have to. It has to pay off in the end. It has to.
Top 4 FA Cup win, Champions League win, but it's still possible they could miss out on all 3 of those.
Yep.
So it's quite dramatically set up. Leicester also could miss out on the top 4 and the FA Cup, as well as.
Get up, Perez, man!
Perez, who's gone down injured.
Get up! You got the ball.
Yeah, I think Perez kicked. Kante there, look, yeah.
Yeah, he did. So.
He's hurt himself in that challenge.
So he said, yes, it was your own fault, Jose Perez. It's your own fault. It's your own fault.
Limping away.
Because you kicked
had a lot of
Kante's leg.
Luck with cup final days in their history. Don Revie, their star player in 1949, went on to be the great Leeds manager. Not fit for the final. They dropped their star striker, Ken Leake, on the morning of the 61 final against Tottenham Hotspur. That was like Jamie Vardy getting left out now. Here's Fofana.
Go on, Alonso! Oh!
Thread it through to Werner.
Ooh.
Fofana, it's a nice ball, early ball on Brighton, he's aimed towards Vardy.
Well done, Kepa!
By Kepa.
Oh, what a touch! Oh, what a touch of one ball.
Onside by the look of it, Timo Werner. And Tielemans, great challenge from him.
Oh, what a tackle from Tielemans there. It was open for a second.
Timo Werner, you just got bullied out of that, man. You just got bullied.
He came out and read the situation, and you just sense that this second half now just might lift off. It might take off. Leicester are certainly pressing Chelsea and winning the ball back quicker.
Thiago Silva with the header. That was a good moment for the goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga, who was left on the bench last year. They preferred Willy Caballero. Is Alonso.
Come on, boys.
Trying to find a way past Ndidi. Not easy, that. And Leicester again won it back again. Jorginho
Well done.
goes down. And,
Well done, ref.
Thinking that it's all a little on the theatrical side.
It's not theatrical. You didn't get the ball. You didn't get the ball. You got the player. Accept what you're going to get.
James Maddison, who might be a key player in this final before we're through, getting some instructions.
Accept.
So maybe his introduction is not a million miles away.
No,
Accept what's going to happen.
I think
Accept.
that's always something that Brendan was going to do. It was whether he was going to start him or bring him on when perhaps
Go on,
he was
Kante.
a little bit stretched.
It's Conte. Plenty of blue shirts forward here.
Go on.
Conte.
Alonso.
Who does come up with important goals, the latest being the winner at Manchester City last Saturday. Maddison, I can confirm, is being readied for action.
We defeated it. Yeah, it's right up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea.
Problems with a hip injury this season that's kept him out of the team, and they admit he's not really 100% match sharp, which might explain why he's not starting today.
And also, for me, I would have played Giroud in this game because we had a big game against Atletico Madrid. Giroud came on, made the difference.
Shortly, being outside of that at the moment, I think most people would say.
Well done, Kante. Well done, Kante.
Only Gareth Southgate knows, of course.
Thank you very much for the thumbs up. I absolutely appreciate that. Just keep the ball. Just keep the ball, boys.
Diligent back there, Leicester.
That's a clever position that Mount took up. He's coming a bit deep.
Kante for Chelsea.
He was being marked by Sancho, and he's gone on the other
Now it's
side,
Azpilicueta.
playing in the pocket where we normally see him play.
Now it's with Reece James.
Reece James.
Jorginho. Kante.
That's a nice ball.
Kante.
Got a lot of time
Kante.
to measure this.
Alonso. Straight at the keeper.
And a simple save.
Straight at the keeper.
Yeah, just mentioned that Alonso getting goal.
First shot on target. First shot on target. We have it. First one actually on target, and it's actually us.
Generate all the power, leaning back.
Marcos Alonso, header, unfortunate, but
Michael has been the Leicester City goalkeeper for a decade now. He was 7 when his dad first won the FA Cup in 1994.
come on, boys.
He's won it 3 times, so it's a bit of work for him to do to catch up.
Come on, Chelsea. We're playing all right. It's just Leicester have been very defensive, and we're just thinking, come and break us down.
Forward by Thiago Silva.
Unlucky Silva. Just try and break us down if they can, and that's what we just got to try and do is see if we can break them down. Do we think we can break them down at any stage? I think we can, but it's going to be if, how, and when. In those phrases, if, how, and when. Come on. Just pressure them. Pressure them to make a mistake.
That's James with the header.
Well done, Mount.
Rudiger to play it back.
At least Rudiger knows how to do a pass.
Fans.
Then Jorginho.
The crowd is back. No goals for them to see so far.
Offside?
When is the breakthrough going to come?
Offside.
Now then.
Come on, just keep it together, boys. Keep it together. Well done, Rudiger.
Tielemans to play that one in. Vardy
Well
was
done,
attacked.
Reece!
James got there first, but that was
Corner to Leicester. We have to defend this, boys.
That was first time put in by Tielemans, and great defending from Reece James. Gets across from the right.
Reece
side
James
of
is a good
defence
defender.
to
When
the
he
near
plays
post
well,
on
he
the
plays well.
offside and gets a-
He very rarely has a bad game. He very rarely has a bad game for Chelsea, and he has in his 2 years he hasn't really had a bad game. So we just got to try and defend as much as we can. This is the first corner. We've had 6. So let's see where we can defend this.
Leicester attacking the end where their supporters
Just defend this, boys.
are gathered for
Well
fun.
done, Reece again.
Got it away,
Out.
or Brighton to
Out.
pick it up.
Get out.
Tielemans to measure another one in there. And
Well done, Alonso.
without getting any kind of decisive touch.
Well done, Alonso.
Wasn't it good pressure now from Leicester City? You can hear the crowd behind the goal they're attacking.
That's a major touch, because I think if it wasn't there, I think Leicester might have got to it. So it's a bit more defensive, but I like it.
Thomas, who scored that great goal at Old Trafford the other night. Cushion volley.
Come on,
finish.
just
He takes
defend.
the
Defend
throw
it.
there, hoping he
Get
better
out.
Just nick that one on. Didn't go out of play. That's the decision of the officials. You can hear the baying of the Leicester fans behind that goal.
God, Chelsea!
James
God, Chelsea!
straight into it.
God,
Good
Chelsea!
defending, though. Thiago Silva helped as well. Just stepping it up a bit here, Leicester.
If I was Thomas Tuchel right now, I would bring Giroud on if I were him.
They have
Just
beaten every team in the Big Six at one stage or another this season, Leicester City.
oh, that is never a foul. He looks like he just went down and said, "I'm going to sit on the floor."
Including Manchester United on this cup run in the quarter-finals.
Yeah, they're just getting a little bit more possession of the ball.
For me, if I was Thomas
Tuchel,
Tuchel, bring someone on that can change. Bring Pulisic on, because when we weren't scoring goals against Real Madrid, what has he done? You bring Pulisic on, and what happens? We score a goal. He always makes he makes a difference. He makes a difference. I would bring Pulisic on, but who would you take off? That's the only question. Oh, referee, I hate you when it does that. Because every team does that. Tries to not take it from the right spot. And cheeky to get away with it.
Mount.
Just don't let the pressure get to you, boys. Don't let the pressure get to you.
Chelsea looking for their 9th FA Cup win.
Be good again.
Been tremendous in this competition in recent years.
Oh!
Thiago Silva
Just chase, just chase, just chase, just chase.
But not that quick. He was
Ah.
a greyhound to have got that one.
Yeah, but that's a good opportunity there if the ball's right. Team of Werner down this right-hand channel. Just overhit the
Come
pass,
on,
but
Tuchel.
Fofana
Are you going to make a sub anytime soon? Bring someone on that could actually change. Bring someone like Pulisic on, or who else? Chilwell. Or bring on Giroud.
One for
Olivier
Vardy.
Giroud for starts.
Thiago Silva. Quite acrobatic from the Brazilian.
Well done, Silva. I think it was a foul.
It really was. He waited, and then suddenly he went. He showed through, ball in behind, and they end up nearly getting a corner. They've got to throw in, but they're getting into Chelsea.
Come on, Chelsea, come on.
Much quicker and easier in this second half.
Clever as well, pulling onto Thiago Silva, Glenn, on that right-hand channel.
Well done, Alonso.
If you missed any of the big moments so far, head over to BT Sport app.
Big moments? Big moments? There hasn't been any moments in this game. Nothing's really happened.
The camera angle of your choice.
Nothing's really happened in this
Let's
game.
discuss spell of the game.
The first hour of this game, there's been nothing. The first 60 minutes of the game, there's been nothing happening. Not really any big chances. I think the best chance of the game is more or less Alonso's header.
Go through his tricks.
That actually is the only shot on target.
Premier League after quite a long gap without a league goal against Newcastle United recently.
Well, they're kicking in towards their own fans, Leicester, this half, as we've said. But
Come on,
they're
Chelsea.
buoyant. They're absolutely buoyant, and the atmosphere is fabulous. But you just feel that they sense there's something here.
All brightness deflected behind.
Come on, Chelsea, we're not like this, boys.
From Leicester, you can hear the fans
Step it up.
their team. Chelsea fans quite quiet. Away to our right, Glenn.
Well, rightly so. I think Leicester have come out the better side second half. And
Tuchel, get in the game, get some subs on, make a change. Bring on Pulisic, bring on Chilwell, do something. Something's not clicking into gear.
The fact that Leicester are attacking the end where their fans are gathered.
Come on, Chelsea.
Defending for Chelsea too. They go the short route this time.
Well done, Asby. Now it's break. Oh, you jammy gets.
Again, they've kept him pretty quiet in the main. And Leicester won it back, and Brighton gets a good cross in. Vardy can't quite reach that one.
Don't stop! Don't stop! If I was Mason Mount, I would have gone and ran up the field. Get up the field a bit. Come on, Tuchel, you have to make some changes, come on!
He's thinking, do I make changes or is it going to change for me out?
You need to make some changes. You need to bring someone like Pulisic on. That can do it. Just take Werner up, bring Pulisic on, go for it.
The team out there now at this moment in time can get back to dominating the ball again.
We can start dominating the ball. If they not do balls like that.
Young man who became the first American to score in an FA Cup.
Yeah! Pulisic. He's the only other guy I would have on the shirt. Christian Pulisic, Mount or Silva.
Great noise around Wembley.
But who's Pulisic coming on for? Don't be on for Mount, because Mount's actually had a good game. Go on, Kante! Aspilicueta! Oh, yeah.
The ball Chelsea wanted.
And that's the
That is
difference
shite.
in that position. We know the quality he's got from a right wing back position, but he's doing exceptionally well as a centre half. Aspilicueta, they're just trying to guide it into the area in front of
Guide it into a crap area because there was no one there.
Jamie Vardy on the chase.
Well done, Reece. Don't foul, don't foul.
Reece James, not many people do him for toe.
Well done, Reece. He's made Leicester have to go back.
Iheanacho's going to be withdrawn. And Maddison will take his place, not that of Perez.
Come on, Chelsea. Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. That's a handball. He got it with his chest.
He's a goal scorer though, isn't he? He's confident.
That's
in this FA Cup. It'll be interesting to see the reaction.
Reece, what were you doing that for?
Lining one up. What a brilliant goal by Youri Tielemans, and the Leicester City fans go absolutely potty. They set history. One of the great FA Cup final goals from Youri Tielemans.
The big question is, Perez blocks it. I think it hits his knee onto his arm, but that doesn't directly into the goal. It's Tielemans with a wonderful strike. It's magnificent.
I don't think the goal should be given. There's a handball. That's a handball, man. If that's not a hand, that's a handball. Fuck off. Robbing bastards, man. That is handball all the day, every day. VAR against Chelsea. It's a disgrace. It's a good goal, but I thought it should never be given. That's handball. VAR. VAR.
Struck ball in that top corner, kept a no chance.
Best part of 30 yards from the Belgian international Youri Tielemans. That is a moment he will never, ever forget, whatever happens in the rest of his career.
Just look at those fans behind the goal. Incredible scenes for Leicester City. Now they've got to keep their composure.
Well, what's Chelsea's response to that? What's Thomas Tuchel's
We're
response?
frigging bottle jobs for you. We're
The Leicester
bottling.
pressure had been growing.
We're
Chelsea
bottling the end of the
beginning
season.
to
We're
look
bottling it.
rugged.
We're bottle jobs.
No substitutions for the moment. Keep you posted on that. Fofana got there. Ziyech, who can volley the left.
God's sake, you cunt!
Little flick on the way
God's
through for a
sake!
corner kick for Chelsea.
Ah!
Yeah, you can understand both.
Sorry about my language, folks. I'm just really frustrated.
A pause, take a second or two just to think, get some clarification, and I think Pulisic will be coming on. I gather that.
Chelsea with a chance here for a quick response from this corner kick. Well, Mount was waiting and hoping for a spectacular shot of his own there. Can't hang yourself think at the moment at Wembley Stadium. Conte's ball inside, that's loose as well. Reece James under pressure.
We're bottling this, man. We're bottling this. We're bottling. We're bottle jump. Fucking stop playing, you bunch of pricks.
Not only the goal, Tielemans has been excellent all day. The first half, he was the one that was thrown in.
Second half, we've not been good enough. And I'm ashamed to say that. First half, we had all the chances. We did take them. They took one, and it's just typical us.
James Maddison, Leicester, they might have had a little rethink about that, but it wasn't for long. Ziyech to play forward.
Yeah, we need to take Werner off.
At the moment, he always knocks the team back, of course, to concede and can take a little time to get over it.
It's not as if the goal has gone against the run of play. Leicester have been so dominant in the second half. Chelsea now have got to respond.
Jorginho wasn't really an accurate ball from him. That's better though. Conte, spaces.
We ain't gonna respond. We're doing freaking nothing.
Resident referee Peter Walton is waiting to talk to us. Peter.
I still think that's on ball.
Even if people assume this was a handball offence, it wouldn't have come under the VAR protocol because the goal scoring opportunity did not happen immediately. That was a possible handball. So it was a good strike from Tielemans, a good goal, and one that VAR would not have got involved with.
Thank you, Peter, for clearing that one up, just in case anybody's raging in their living rooms about that. I'm sure one or two might have been. So there is the change. Not Kelechi Iheanacho's day today, but he's certainly done his bit to get Leicester here, including that goal in the semi. And on comes Maddison, who gives some instructions.
Why do you not start with these two? Why do you not start with these two and just go for it from the off?
To Chelsea for 50 million last summer.
Chilwell's coming on. Ziyech is going off. Pulisic is coming on. And who else is gone off? We don't know.
How might that change it?
Jesus Christ. Alonso's gone off, so actually we're actually going for it. Except out.
Alonso's gone off with Ziyech as well, just to confirm those Chelsea changes. Must have been a bit of a stunner for Ben Chilwell when he was told he wasn't in the team for this against his old club, but he's got his chance to make a statement now.
Tuchel's made those two substitutions and changed, but for me, he can make one on the pitch. He can put James in that wing-back position. As we know, he's much better crosser of the ball than Azpilicueta.
That was Azpilicueta's ball into Werner. Here's Pulisic's.
Pulisic! Oh, that was filth! That was filth! That was filth.
Jorginho. And Conte, Chelsea in the position they were in against Arsenal now the other night, one down.
The only difference was we had a lot more time. We had a
screamer from Yuri Tielemans.
Yeah, we're going to take that to get past us.
Jorginho. Deep defence from Leicester, just about everybody bar Vardy behind the ball.
Yep. So now it's basically Arsenal all over again. This is Arsenal all over again. Just go and break down. Try and break us down if you can. So basically we're doing Arsenal all over again, and we're not going to do, and we're just going to lose on that goal. Just that. I don't even see us scoring. I don't see us scoring now. I'm basically just going to, I've accepted it now. 20 minutes ago and I've just accepted defeat already. They're basically just going to say, 11 men behind the ball. And they're going to say, come on, you break us down if you can. We ain't going to break us down. We've got a bloody striker who can't pass 2 freaking feet. And also is a greedy git. See, we can't get by him. Anything that we try is not working. This is Arsenal game all over again. Go on.
Mount.
Oh,
Soyuncu, but just I think took his foot away.
Yeah, he just managed to pull his foot back from making the clearance. For a second there, you think he's going to try and put it in row Z, and he just, the last second pulls out from that. And
I'm just absolutely... Sorry guys if I don't speak. Just a little bit mood. A little bit in the mood right now.
He's gone down as well now.
The more this happens, the more likely it's going to be good for us.
I think he might have jarred his knee or something. I just saw it as the ball nearly went out.
Premier League still goes on even after the FA Cup final. Everton against Sheffield United tomorrow at 6:30. We'll bring you the champions Manchester City to Brighton. They are on the south coast. 6:30 Tuesday evening, and on Wednesday from Selhurst Park it'll be Crystal Palace against Arsenal, who are still hoping to make Europe with a late run. Vardy challenging for that one.
Since the goal, since the substitution, Chelsea have dominated possession. Leicester dropping deeper.
Come on, boys! Yeah, because it's basically Arsenal all over again.
Now the two outside centre backs are
Go on.
forward for them as well. Rudiger get involved in the play, and then leaving Vardy and Silva 1v1.
Have to roll the dice. It's Chelsea now attacking the end where their fans are gathered.
If we were to score now, I'll go absolutely crazy just because it would mean relief.
James.
If any of you are here just because we are losing this game and because you hate Chelsea, then don't be here, because I'm not in the mood. I'm sorry if you guys are offended by that, but it's just, I only get views on here if Chelsea lose.
Pulisic wanted it and got it.
Go on, Aspie!
Spilicueta's cross is blocked by Thomas. Last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm so frustrated right now. Very.
Jorginho again.
Go on!
Inside to N'Golo Conte. Maddison was caught there by...
For God's sake!
Yeah, he used his body well there.
We're bottle jobs, man. We're bottle in the end of the season. If we don't get top 4 now, we're bottle jobs.
Worth checking on this goal again. It'll get a few hundred replays, I think.
Just not closed down, was it? Thiago Silva, arms behind his back, turns his body. No chance. World-class strike from Tielemans. Look at Maddison. Oh, look at Maddison.
Johnny Evans there as well.
It wasn't only the Leicester fans who went crazy. There was nothing at all Kepa Arrizabalaga could do about that, or I suspect any other goalkeeper in the world.
No, it was a fabulous, fabulous strike, and we saw Werner in the early part of the game have space in exactly the similar spot and not hit the target.
Tielemans only the third player to score for Leicester City in an FA Cup final after Mal Griffiths in 1949 and Ken Keyworth in 63. Capture heads that time. Now, Kai Havertz is coming on, and we think Callum Hudson-Odoi quite soon as well.
Come on, Thomas Tuchel, save us! Save this, please!
That might get his team back into this game.
Because we've got, you put someone in the right wing back who can't even cross.
Maybe Barcelona. That could be a very tense game, well worth catching tomorrow.
You basically put someone in a crossing position on the pitch which can't actually cross a ball in the aspect when you should put Reece James in that position who can cross a ball. Who can cross a ball.
To make way for
Kai. Jorginho's coming off. Kai Havertz is coming on.
Arsenal couldn't put it away, but bit by bit, I think we've seen exactly what all the fuss was about. He was a wonderful player in Germany. Actually made his Champions League debut here for Bayer Leverkusen when he was 17 against Tottenham.
Calum Hudson-Odoi coming off. And on is... Yep. Yep. Now he's going to be our crosser. Calum Hudson-Odoi, you can put some good crosses, please. We need you. Calum Hudson-Odoi is coming on. And Azpilicueta is going off.
Fast winger.
So we're actually going for it. We're going pace for Sommerfeld. Pace for Sommerfeld is a great thing right now. Because we...
He's got to go for it now. They've got to get...
Yeah, we're just waiting now on the Thomas thing now to see if he's okay. Hopefully he is at the age of 19 years old.
They've really got to manage this this game now, Rob, haven't they?
They certainly have been. Look at the quality of this Chelsea squad. Leicester starting 11, £180 million. Look at the quality of substitute Chelsea have just brought on.
The quality of substitutes to bring us back into this contest. Let's go and do this, boys! And stop making me frustrated.
Gaps, the way they defended.
Come on, Chelsea!
Can Chelsea get an equaliser though?
I think we can.
Thomas is okay again. It was a long check to see the...
Hey! Foul, ref!
Sprinted back. He was out of position when they started the play again. Chelsea have got a free kick here.
Come on, Chelsea!
Look at the frustration showing there. James just pushes Maddison away. James with the delivery. It's well dealt with by Fofana.
Come on, boys!
Game back there. He really has. Soyuncu likewise, and Castagne's done okay since he's gone back too. Here's Chilwell getting some boos from the Leicester City fans of a possibly playful nature for their former player.
Playful nature. We just need to go for it. That's all we need to do.
Hudson-Odoi to Pulisic, two of the substitutes linking up for Chelsea, whose need is pretty desperate at the moment. Conte.
Go on. Go on!
Towards the back post there.
Ah!
And the header is screwed.
Oh!
Great save. Leicester City stay.
That would have been Chilwell. That would have been...
A story, wouldn't it?
That would have been a story and a half. Chilwell gets no call. That would have been a story to say. Oh my God.
Does he get a little finger to it first, or is it definitely hits the post?
Ah.
My word, Chilwell coming in there.
This is not going to be our day. We're bottling everything now.
Definitely needed saving, didn't it?
He did, didn't he?
It was going in, it was creeping in. The fingernails of Kasper Schmeichel keep Leicester ahead.
Great save from Kasper Schmeichel.
Come on, Chelsea!
Chelsea touching.
It's quite a story boiling up here now at the moment. Chelsea have shown that they are a talented, gifted side.
We are a talented, gifted side. We should be winning this game. It's just Leicester have been very defensive. Oh, he's gone down like an absolute fish. He was looking for it. Even the commentator said he was looking for it.
Yeah, they just take their time now, Leicester. Schmeichel will take his time to come out and take this and turn Chelsea round. They need a little bit of a breather because Chelsea got so many offensive players on the pitch now.
We're doing well.
Leicester have got to dig in.
Just keep going.
There's Kuntop, as he's known, son of Kunti Chai, the owner who lost his life in that helicopter crash. He's carried on the excellent work of the Thai owners of Leicester City, and well, he's sitting there and hoping. It might be quite hard to watch this last bit, I would think.
Come on, Chelsea!
And all the Leicester City contingent.
Brendan Rodgers' little touch there on his left foot, Glenn.
It wasn't that great at the time with the Tuchel. He played the pass to Tuchel.
His playing career was ended early, wasn't it, by injury? It was quite a while ago. Werner's on the chase here. Soyuncu, who's been all determination.
Come on, Chelsea!
Kind of thou shalt not pass mentality.
Use the Lord of the Rings method! You shall not pass! I never thought I'd ever hear that on the football pitch. Or for a game of football. Come on, fans, get behind the players! That's a free kick all day long. Just keep pressing, and we'll might get something. If we can get something, I'll be happy.
Just wonder whether Pulisic is the player, possibly with the X factor somewhere along the line.
You always need the X factor.
For Chelsea.
Oh, mad.
Just something a little bit different to unlock this extremely tight defence today. Olivier Giroud will be a final roll of the dice.
Yes, the guy I think should have started this game. The guy I love. The guy I love. Every time we've been in a big game, he has scored. Come on, Chelsea! Come on, Chelsea! Come on, fans, get behind the players! Leicester didn't help! Leicester didn't help! Oh. Cross it in better! Cross it in better! Oh, stop! Stop for... Is it Werner? Oh, it has to be Werner. It's Werner. Werner's not a bad game. Timo Werner's going off there. On comes Olivier Giroud! The guy who I love! The guy who I love! The guy who I love! I love Olivier Giroud. I love Olivier Giroud, man. That guy's an absolute spine.
From the counter-stop area of South Leicestershire, and 37-year-old Wes Morgan, who hasn't appeared because of injury since December, to come on.
It's like we got to go for it, man. We have to go for it.
The captain in the title-winning season, he's out there as well now.
You think because of Giroud's introduction, Morgan, you know, in the centre, Fofana, Sancho either side, you know, Castagna going over to that left wing-back position.
Yeah, absolutely spot on, Sam. It's like a game of chess, isn't it? You make one move, I'm making this move to counteract.
A game of chess.
Harris has gone off.
We should say that about our shirt. Our shirt looks like you can play chess on it.
Sitting deep, inviting Chelsea on now and say, well, break us down if
Don't! Oh, no, you do that, Rudiger!
That was approximately 25 yards wide.
I hate it when he does that, because not a lot of the time it comes off. And not at this moment in time in the game.
Now you can see him come on, you can lip read that.
Yeah, he won't want Rudiger hitting things from there. He wants to get into Pulisic and players that are going to mount, who are going to drive on into that penalty area.
Has tried something Chelsea haven't really done before in his line-up today with Reece James as one of his three central defenders. There might be a little bit of an inquest about that.
Reece James is not a centre-back. He's not a centre defender, it's Reece James. Reece James is the left-back or right-back, wherever you want to play him at.
Still time for plenty to happen here.
Too right, too right.
Here's Havertz.
Who's gonna be our saviour? Who is gonna be our saviour?
Now, Chelsea, as you're allowed to do, of course, in the FA Cup, and will be allowed to do at the European Championships too. Mount.
Who is gonna be our saviour? Come on, someone.
Season as well.
Who is gonna be your saviour? That's a foul.
Slalom runs of his. Giroud, it's a little bit of sign of the rust. He has not had very many minutes.
I think it's a misunderstanding. Chilwell has made a run into the box and Mount needed to go out wide, and they both were tucked in a little bit inside the 18-yard box, and Giroud just thought, well, this is the way we play, this is our system, I'll play it wide, no one there.
Living every second. Some of them, I think, can barely look at it. Those Leicester City fans have seen so much in the recent history of this club. Bit of work here. Difficult bounce that for Thiago Silva. Vardy's got the better of him. And Vardy goes to ground. It will just be a corner kick. Look at Vardy conducting the Leicester fan orchestra behind that goal.
God, Jamie Vardy, get them Leicester fans going. 1-0 up, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes to glory. Can they do it, Glenn?
Certainly in a good position, Sam, but this Chelsea side, they've got enough talent in there. to get that equaliser, and then the whole thing would change. But no, it's beautifully poised, isn't it?
It is. Second goal would settle it. It is a Leicester City corner. It's over the head of everybody. Picked up by Chowdhury. Vardy tried a little impudent flick on that, sensing he might find the far corner, but nothing doing. Organising for Brendan Rodgers as well. But it has been a good week so far for Leicester, winning away at Old Trafford to really strengthen their hopes of finishing in the top four and being in the Champions League next season. And 1-0 to the good in this very, very tense Wembley finish. Pulisic up towards Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's given room to measure across, and there could be a problem with the likes of Giroud waiting in the middle if they can put a bit more pressure on that to stop the crosses arriving. Here's Hudson-Odoi again. Chelsea looking for one bit of magic from one of their stars. Here's James to measure the latest one.
Oh!
With an effort, Mount in the end rather, with the effort, which is again Schmeichel with a fantastic save.
Incredible. What a save. What a strong hand.
I thought that was in.
What a save.
I thought that was in.
Absolutely brilliant from Schmeichel.
This is stress.
Chelsea wondering how they're not level. Great effort from Mason Mount. Here
Oh!
comes, he's grabbed it and second attempt. And it's heart-stopping moments back there, but I think you're watching something world-class here. You really are.
Oh, it was fabulous. It was fabulous because he couldn't get a step in either. It's a lovely.
How on earth did that not go in?
Got the equaliser, and you see.
I thought that was a definite equaliser, and the Mount. Oh my!
What a save! Incredible!
Oh.
Two incredible saves from Schmeichel. He's been magnificent. Leicester have been magnificent. Can they hold on?
It's nerve-shredding stuff. Late on, Kasper Schmeichel in his 424th Leicester City appearance. Talk about elasticity.
It was wonderful reactions, it really was, because there was no step. He couldn't get a step in. He didn't have time to put a little step in, and wow.
Save of the season. Save of the season.
Certainly in these circumstances as well, in the cup final with 3 minutes to go.
You've got to give me a man of the match, you guys, in a moment. I'll let you debate that among yourselves.
That might have just thrown us a googly there, Sam.
Hudson-Odoi for Chelsea, who live in hope, but it is late, very late now. 89th minute. Is there another twist here to deny Leicester?
Come on, Chelsea! Come on!
Wembley Way has been a
Come on, boys! Can we get an equaliser? I would basically be in tears to save our skins. Go on, Jamal! Yeah! Come on! Jamal! Come on! Benjamin, come on! Get in! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Well, it will be checked. It will be checked.
Benjamin, well! Come on! Benjamin, well!
It's a fabulous run.
Come on!
I think he's off.
Fashion.
I think he's offside.
Well,
Dear me. What a ball it was, though, from City.
Oh.
I think he's got a fraction early.
Ooh.
well, how dramatic is this as the ball bounces around ping pong? Did it come off Morgan last or Chilwell? It doesn't matter. The decision is about the offside here now. They're going to disallow it. They're going to disallow it. One of those fractional line decisions that we've seen all season has come to the FA Cup final. Chilwell, who is claiming the goal, is denied, and so are Chelsea.
Yeah, that's it done. That's it. That's it. VAR has robbed us. Bollocks.
Well, what a finish to the game. There it is again.
That is so close. It is offside.
Bollocks!
It's
Bollocks!
just offside.
Bollocks!
Let's call him Peter Walton, Peter.
VR's a joke. VR's a joke. Like Thomas Tuchel is right. VR's a joke.
5 added minutes. We'll get to Peter Walton's view of that a little bit later on. Maddison to Vardy. Whoa. Reece James. Tension's boiling over. Well, he's not going to make too much more of that. Who is the man of the match then amid all of this late on here?
Well, you've got to give it that man, Tielemans. It's a wonder goal in a cup final. Can it take Leicester to glory? Schmeichel's been magnificent, Leicester defending magnificent, but Tielemans at his stands man of the match.
They could have been even, Rob, couldn't it? Let's be fair. They've both been absolutely brilliant.
Here's Pulisic for Chelsea. Chilwell. Well, what a moment to be debated later on. It's not over yet. Giroud going in for a header, looking for the little flick on, and Kasper Schmeichel will run over that ball and let it run behind because he knows Leicester City can see the finishing line now. He looks the calmest man in the house, doesn't he? The owner, Contop.
He certainly does, doesn't he? But inside, though, he's churning inside.
It's just been announced to the crowd that Tielemans is man of the match. Rudiger to go it forward. Havertz trying to make something of it. Soyuncu is flattened, and Leicester will take all day, and if they could, all night, to take the free kick.
He's been terrific. Soyuncu defended aggressively, won up most of his headers, stopped crosses. What a game, what drama. The fans have made it as well, haven't they? It's been brilliant.
Well, it took its time, didn't it? The start of the game, the first half, no shots on goal, but now, wow, it's come alive for this second half. And the crowd, there's no doubt about it, fans in the stadium make it completely different.
Reece James charged down by Leicester City. They're nearly there. They failed in 1949, they failed in 1961, they failed in 1963, they failed in 1969. But what about 2021? Ndidi to play it forward, and that's where they want it in the corner. And Vardy did some great work to bring that out the air. And it'll be a corner kick, exactly where Leicester City want this ball, right a few feet away from their fans. Maddison is charging them up. This is a pretty incredible finish to the game. Couldn't quite manage to hang on to the ball down there. Just over a minute of the 5 remaining. Chelsea need this ball forward and fast. Those Leicester City fans, the lucky ones who got tickets, witnessing club history here. Maddison, that was a cool piece of play. Keep the ball will be the mantra surely for Leicester City here. Not managed to do that though. Thiago Silva, Callum Hudson-Odoi, then Havertz. It's a loose one. James fouled by Vardy. Play on, says the referee. Pulisic, and then Conte. Chilwell. A bit more of a threat since he came on over on that side. Chilwell, so it's another one that maybe to think about for Chelsea, but that's for later on. Soyuncu has been brilliant back there. Wins the header. And the referee